Hello, everyone. Hope everyone is doing well. Hope everyone has had a good week, and hope everyone will have a wonderful Shabbos. This week's pre-Shabbos video Dvar Torah is sponsored by Rob Sundell in memory of his father, Arthur Sundell, Avraham Yitzchak Ben Yaakov Zichron Levracha, whose yahrzeit is observed this Shabbos. His neshama should have an aliyah, and we thank Rob and Chana for the sponsorship. As we continue to go through Shabbos davening in these video Dvar Torahs, we are now up to Shema. Shema, perhaps one of the most important parts, most important moments in davening. And the truth is, there is just so much to say about Shema. We have to very much limit ourselves in the few minutes that we have. And indeed, I'll make a plug. Happens to be the Sundells are hosting our Tefillah learning group, which is focused on Shema. We just began this week. We are meeting on Tuesdays at 7:30 p.m. We have a nice group, but there certainly is room for a few more people to join. If you'd like to do so, please let me know. You are certainly welcome. So Shema, what can we say about Shema in just a few minutes? I want to share one idea that is about Shema, but something we can learn from Shema regarding all of davening. That first word, Shema, listen. Listen, O Israel. Hear, O Israel. Understand, accept, O Israel. Shema. It's an iconic word. And the Gemara, already the Mishnah derives from it a halacha. The Mishnah rules. If someone says Shema, reads the words, but reads it so quietly that his or her ears cannot hear it, Rabbi Yossi Omer lo yatsa. Rabbi Yossi says, you do not fulfill the mitzvah. L'lacha means you do not fulfill the mitzvah ideally. That one, ideally, the proper way to recite Shema is to say the words loud enough so that you can hear it. It could still be very quiet, but just you should be able to hear it with your own ears. The Gemara derives this or elaborates, explains the drasha. The reason for Rabbi Yossi is as follows. The pasuk says, Shema, hashmei al oznacha, make sure that your ears can hear. Mashata motzi mipicha, that which, the words that come out of your mouth. This is true in general for all of davening, but it is in particular true for Shema. And this is a common error that I see many people daven, and they're just scanning the words with their eyes and in their mind. We're supposed to say davening. We're speaking to someone. If the Hebrew is too hard, you can read parts in English, but we're supposed to say the words out loud. And we're supposed to say the words out loud so much so, again, it's still a whisper, that we can hear. And it's interesting, the poskim, the general consensus is that if, let's say, you're in a loud area, there's construction going on, that means that you should say at least the Shema louder so that you can hear it. We want you to actually hear the words of the Shema. Now, if we return to the language of the Gemara, it's a very interesting formulation. Listen to the words. Hashmea la'oznacha, masha tamotzi mipicha. Make sure your ears hear what comes out of your mouth. Now, again, that means literally the halacha, you should hear it. But there's an idea behind that. Listen to what you are saying. Sometimes we say words, we don't even hear what we're saying. We don't even think about it. On the one hand, this is teaching that we should recite Shema as in all davening, but especially Shema, not in a perfunctory or superficial or mindless or robotic way that we say the words, but we don't hear them. We're supposed to hear the words. It's supposed to actually go in our ears. It's supposed to affect us. We're supposed to be thinking about it. It's supposed to be not just coming out of us, but coming back into us. We're supposed to be thinking Shema is the declaration of the Jewish faith. Shema Yisrael, Hashem Elokeinu, Hashem Echad. Hashem is our God. He is the one that we worship. He is the one that takes care of us. Hashem Echad, and He is one. He is unique. There's no one like Him. There's no other God. We would never worship or connect to another power. There's no greater statement, and we're supposed to not just say that and mean it, but we're supposed to be thinking about it. Let that sort of echo and come back to us. Perhaps that is one reason why we cover our eyes, as if to black out the world, to say that I'm not making this statement for others or for others to hear. There's no one else here. It's just me. I'm saying this for it to come back inside of me. Shema, when we say Shema, it is meant to affect us. It's not just something that we share with the world. It's a message we share with the world. But also, those words are supposed to reverberate, bounce back. Hashmei la'oznacha, masha tamotzi mipicha. Make sure that you yourself hear the words that you are saying. This also, though, opens up a new approach, a doorway to a new path of how to approach tefillah in general. On the one hand, when we daven, we are speaking to another, to Hashem. But there's another way to daven, to not say the words of davening, but to listen to them. And I don't mean listening to the chazan. I mean listening to ourselves. We're supposed to think about the words of davening beforehand, studying them, discussing them. But there is a way to daven that as we are davening, actually saying the words, to sort of separate ourselves out, that our mouths are speaking, we are saying them, but another part of us is listening into ourselves. If we listen to our davening, we will learn about ourselves. We will learn about our connection to Hashem. We may hear ourselves saying words, like we all do sometimes, again, robotically, without any heart or feeling behind it. If we listen to ourselves davening, we'll sometimes come to ask ourselves, do I really believe this? Or what is this supposed to mean for me in my life in 2023? Or if we are listening to ourselves, we may catch ourselves really davening, really connected, really sincerely opening up, and we'll catch ourselves, so to speak, and hear what really inspires us, or what is really important to me. If we're thinking about it, we're self-reflective. Where am I more connected in davening, and where am I less connected? And so why is that? Why does this pull me in, and why do I not connect here? If we listen to our davening, we can learn about ourselves. We can learn about where we are strong and where we are weak. And that is necessary in order to grow. Shema Yisrael, listen. Hashme'el oznecha, mashata motzi mipicha. Listen, make sure your ears hear. Make sure it is entering yourselves. Mashata motzi mipicha, that which comes out of your mouth, the words that you are uttering. We should make sure that our davening is meaningful, sincere, is not perfunctory, that it touches ourselves. Shema is a moment to strengthen our faith, to grow, for something to enter us, to be strengthened within us. And in general, one way to daven is sometimes to take a step back, to listen in to ourselves, to listen to our davening, and that way to better understand ourselves, to better understand where we want to become stronger in our service of Hashem, to better understand where we are deeply rooted and connected. And that is the knowledge necessary to grow in our davening, to grow in our relationship with Hashem and our lives of the servants of Hashem. Good Shabbos, everyone, and Shabbat Shalom.